In this video, we are going to talk about top 10 Colin Farrell moments. So before starting this video, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for the future updates. After Yang is a magnificent science fiction feature from A24 directed by South Korean filmmaker Kaganada about a man who tries to fix his family's broken robot. Farrell's great versatility is on display in these two films. In one, he's playing up his role as the antagonist, while in the other, he's more somberly contemplating the meaning of life. Over the course of his career, Farrell has disproved the notion that his early roles pigeonholed him as little more than a sex symbol. Here's a list of top 10 Colin Farrell moments. Let's start. Number 10. Phone Booth. The screenplay for Phone Booth, which is set in Times Square and features Farrell, who sports a beard and a glass box with a rifle scope aiming at his head, was written by New York genre cinema expert Larry Cohen. Director Joel Schumacher uses split screen techniques to emphasize the ticking clock urgency, a la 24, and the film's Old Testament morality, with Farrell's smarmy publicist being made to pay for his transgressions. Number 9. The Beguiled. It's hard to think of another man who could transform so many prim and proper women into lustful messes like Colin Farrell. In Sofia Coppola's The Beguiled, he plays Corporal McBurney, a Union soldier who is taken in by a group of Southern belles after being found injured on the grounds of an all-girls school. The women and their gothic story of sisterhood take center stage in this version, thanks to Coppola. Number 8. Minority Report. Even though Colin Farrell had only been known in the United States for a few years, he came out swinging. When the program's precogs unexpectedly foretell that one of the policemen, John Anderton, is planning a murder, Woodward takes charge of the search for the fugitive. Number 7. The New World. In Terrence Malick's lyrical depiction of the settlement of Virginia, Colin Farrell gives the hesitant explorer a rugged, rough-around-the-edges characterization that works well with Malick's mournful and complex version of our country's discovery, John Smith, who is almost a mythical figure in American history. Number 6. The Killing of a Sacred Deer. Dr. Stephen Murphy, Farrell, in Yorgos Lanthimos and Farrell's second film together, faces a moral conundrum. When we learn that the surgeon is also mentoring a young man named Martin, we realize that not everything is as it seems. Number 5. Widows. Character actor Colin Farrell has the body of a total dreamboat. His work in Steve McQueen's Widows is a shining example of this. His excellent looks come in handy when he plays nasty characters like Alderman Jack Mulligan, who isn't covered in prosthetics like he is in The Batman. Jack is representative of the stereotypical old white Chicago politician who represents black people but has a deep, hidden contempt for them in McQueen's fascinating and underappreciated heist drama. Even when McQueen isn't focusing on his face, Farrell still manages to convey that. The nicest part of the scene is that we can still hear his talk even though the camera is focused on the outside of his automobile. Number 4. After Yang. Farrell turned forth a stellar performance in one of his latest films. Farrell adopts a more subdued demeanor in Kaganada's After Yang. It's not as deliberately stilted as the stuff he produces with Yorgos Lanthimos, but it's still wonderfully minor. Jake, a tea store proprietor in a near-future metropolis, is the character he plays in the film. Jake goes on a quest to repair the family robot Yang, Justin H. Min, a techno-sapien that has grown like a big brother to his young daughter. Number 3. In Bruges. There is no better example than in Bruges of how well Farrell complements Martin McDonagh's Irish cynicism. Here, he plays a jaded, cynical hitman who kills a child on the job and is essentially exiled to the sleepy Brussels neighborhood named in the title until further orders arrive. Farrell's persistent sneer is in stark contrast to Brendan Gleeson's wide-eyed excitement, and he also reveals the actual sorrow hidden beneath his character's haughty demeanor. Number 2. The Lobster. Colin Farrell is surprisingly versatile, using his symmetrical face and floppy hair to play a wide range of sleazes and assholes in his films. But Greek director Yorgos Lanthimos, the genius behind Dogtooth, obviously recognized something in Farrell that no one had quite yet. Number 1. Miami Vice. Working with filmmaker Michael Mann, who nimbly remade his own revolutionary 80s television show into a digitally smeared Florida crime epic, Farrell adds a sweating intensity to the role of Detective Sonny Crockett, the headstrong officer first played by Don Johnson on the series. Farrell infuses the role of a cool guy legend with poetry and grace through his intense interactions with Jamie Foxx's Tubbs and Gong Li's Isabella. There's little doubt he has the shooting skills necessary to eliminate a drug lord. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from me again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go. Thanks for watching.